Hello crochet crafters. Today is series 4 in a chicken making pot holder, and we're going to do chicken legs. And as you can see, I have already done one, and I wanted to do that so that I could show you how they're going to work. And I'm using a natural jute color, 100% cotton. You don't want to use acrylic because it will show burn marks, and you want to make sure you have a stitch markers if you want them, plastic crochet needle, crochet hook, and the yarn of choice. Again, 100% cotton, and mine happens to be a 4 worsted, so you've got, the way you can tell that is you count. There's 4 strands right here. If you only have 2, your pot holders will not be as thick. A lot of people don't mind that, but I do mind it. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the belly button of the chicken, and we're going to kind of come down here equidistant, and we want to kind of like put our stitch markers wherever we want our legs to be or look even. And you know, it might not always be the middle. When you finish up, it might be a little bit off to the side you want them, or you know, if you're a little quirky like I am, you may want something unique and different. So first thing we're going to do is put our crochet hook through the front and the back loop of the stitch on that chain, and we're going to wrap our yarn around, and we're going to pull our yarn through. Now I'm going to go ahead and work my 2 yarn pieces together. If you don't want to work your tail, you don't have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 chains. 5, 6. Now I will tell you, for purposes of this project, it's probably, if you're a beginner, it's going to be easier for you not to work your tail in, because you have to remember that even though your tail is there, it still only counts as one stitch. How am I saying that? Instead of 2, it counts as 1. So I'm just going to cut off those little remnant pieces just to make it easier on myself. And then I'm going to work my way back up. I'm going to chain 1 more, and then I'm going to work my way back up doing single crochet stitches in that stitch. Now again, it's only considered 1 stitch there, just because you worked your tail doesn't mean that it's anything else. So I'm working that back up. And then I'm going to go through and slip stitch where I was just at. Okay? Then I'm going to turn my work, and I'm going to slip stitch working from the back. Just cut those little pieces off. And I'm going to slip stitch going all the way down. So if you want to slip stitch with me, keep sliding off. If you have a crochet hook with a big handle, sometimes those work better. I'm going to slip stitch all the way down, kind of pulling my foot in the opposite direction. There, it's slip stitch, and when I get to the end, I'm going to slip stitch, and then I'm going to turn. So you can see how my foot looks on there. It looks pretty good. Now we're going to gobble, 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 or quack, quack, or whatever the chickens make, noises they make. We're going to go ahead and do a puff stitch. So the first thing you want to do for puff, we're going to continue to work in that last stitch. You're going to wrap your yarn around, and you're going to pull it back through. And it might be hard to get it through. You're going to wrap it around and pull it through again, wrap it around and pull it through again. So you should have on your hook 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you don't have 7 on your hook, try it again. Then wrap it around. When you have 7, you're going to wrap it around and you're going to slip it through all 7. Just like so. Then you're going to do a single crochet and you're going to wrap it around again. Wrap it around again. I love puff stitches. Wrap it around again. Pulling it through the same stitch, people. And then you're going to puff stitch it. Okay, now we need to do one more little toe. So we have those 3 toes on the chicken feet. So we're going to go back in again, wrap it around, wrap it around, and wrap it around, and pull it through, which is sometimes hard. And then if you want, you can kind of slip stitch it off, or you can kind of leave it like that. What I do is I pull my yarn through like that, and I cut it, and then I take a little plastic, see this one curls up, the toe, so I kind of pull it back like that and work it back in. So it kind of works in like that. See how that works? My chicken leg. And then you can work that end piece in however you want. Sometimes I work it all the way to the top again, just so I can go back and kind of secure that leg in. See how that looks. I may not like that. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, that's okay. That's good. So you can see, I'm just going to continue to work my tail in, and you don't need that. But now I've got my fun little potholder chicken legs. I love those chicken legs. They're so cute. All right, thanks for joining me.